The first day was rather quiet, as everyone was still getting to know each other's tendencies. After passing Indianapolis, a city we'd visit at the end of the trip, funny enough, we landed in Columbus. I loved walking through the Huntington Club and the NetJets landing at Ohio Stadium, and getting the view of one of the largest stadiums in the country is what really signaled the beginning of the trip for me. Following a walk around campus, I learned that the Buckeyes really don't know what a quad is. Beyond that, it's a beautiful campus and student union.
Now, it's a 2-hour drive off. While the RST 180 Hall of Fame tour chugs along, second stop, Cleveland.
The tour of Progressive Field, home of the Cleveland Guardians, was just the beginning of a very long day. I'm always happy to check a ballpark off the list, provided we didn't see a game. That's later in the trip. My favorite music genre is rock, so a visit to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame was one I looked forward to, and it did not disappoint. Well, Bryan Adams should be in there, but that's besides the point. And yeah, I did a little Bon Jovi lip sync.
After about 2 hours of driving, we have made another stop. This time, we are in Jamestown, New York.
Making memes at the National Comedy Center was fun as well. A famous phrase was also born there, courtesy of Derek.
Shut up, Clay.
Then came the nightcap. One wonderful fireworks display later, it was time for something special.
And we're going to see the falls illuminate in orange and blue.
We were gonna get a little wet on day 3, and by a little I mean a lot, and by a lot I mean the hurricane deck. Oh, did I jump ahead?
We are going on Made of the Mist this morning. It leaves in about 15 minutes, so we should probably go get in line. What do you think?
Made of the Mist gave us a great perspective on just how powerful the falls are, with all the mist floating around. It's no wonder why they gave us ponchos before boarding the boat. American Falls may be a wonder, but Horseshoe Falls on the Canadian side is something else. Oh, and on the hurricane deck, we got soaked. Was not a fan.
We are on the campus of the school I'm wearing. This is Syracuse University, upstate New York. We are on the hill. It's quite literally called that because it is on a hill.
I would talk more about this stop, but I don't have much time to do that, just like we didn't have much time there on the trip. This was easily one of my favorite days of the trip. Even though I'm not a huge Olympics fan these days, going to Lake Placid and seeing all the sights was a great time.
We're currently in the lobby of the Olympic Center Ice Hockey Arena, and we're gonna get the tour. I'm really looking forward to this.
In the hockey arena, it felt like the magic of the movie coming to life. I mean, it's a true story, so it should. Being in Lake Placid really put a smile on my face. It was the main draw for me, and being there to see it for myself meant so much. I went from not knowing anything about horse racing to now having a favorite horse, journalism, and wanting to watch the Belmont Stakes. Going into the Horse Racing Hall of Fame blind ended up being the best case scenario, as I learned more about how the horses train and how races go, as well as some history on the Triple Crown winners like American Pharoah.
Yeah, they're all That is carbon. What is that?
It makes them salt.
Yeah, it is.
If you drink a bunch of things.
That's like salty. Right now, we're just enjoying a really nice evening out here on the cruise. And I'm loving this right now. Despite the weather, it's amazing.
After the stresses of being on the road so much, the Lake George cruise was an hour where we could just kick back, relax, and enjoy the views.
Day 6, a little bit abbreviated. We got a bit of a late start, but that's okay. For the next couple days, we are in Cooperstown, New York. And for tonight, we are here at the National Baseball Hall of Fame for this event that I think is called Night at the Ballpark. I'll put a caption if I'm wrong. It'll be fun.
10 baseball legends were present, and our fast pace meant we got pictures with all of them. The preview of the museum itself was nice as well, as it gave me an idea of what there was to find for the next day when we took our deep dive into the building. Speaking of, our Cooperstown days overall ran at a much more relaxed pace than the others. We kind of just got to walk around and do whatever. Baseball is one of my favorite sports, and this was the day we got to dive into what the Hall of Fame and museum had. Every bit of those 2 hours I spent in the museum that morning was so worth it. So much to look at, and when I went into the hall itself, I found my Hall of Famer, Lou Gehrig, as well as a bunch of the Cubs Hall of Famers.
Today in Cooperstown was great. We explored the hall and everything. I did a nice little walk around town. Tomorrow is going to be even sweeter because we will be at Hershey Park. I can't wait.
It was time for me to run rampant in Hershey Park. So much so, nobody could keep up, quite literally. This park has a case for the best roller coaster collection in the country. This was one of those days where we were let loose to do whatever, and I got on every single roller coaster in the park. Wildcat's Revenge was incredible, Sky Rush and Candemonium both provided great thrills as well, Storm Runner's launch was forceful, Fahrenheit had the inversions covered along with Great Bear, while Lightning Racer and Comet checked the woodbox. Things kicked off at the Rocky Steps. We had some inspirational stuff right there. I'm gonna let the next clip speak for itself.
You got it.
One more.
From there, it was off to Old Philadelphia. It was here where I learned that the meeting that started the United States was held right here in the city of brotherly love. As a history buff, seeing all of this up close and personal brought joy, but also exhaustion. We'd been on the go for 9 days straight. I was spent. So it was nice when we pulled up to Citizens Bank Park.
For our final activity of the night here, we are attending the Philadelphia Phillies versus Atlanta Braves game. Attending Citizens Bank Park.
Spencer Strider and Ranger Suarez duked it out on the mound, and the Phillies did just enough to win, beating the Braves 2-0.
So the next stop here on this really long tour, boy, I'm starting to feel the effects truly, is Gettysburg. So we'll be seeing a short film, and that's what we'll be starting with. And we'll be seeing a few more things, like the museum and a tour of the field.
By the end of the 10th day, I was totally spent. But it's okay, because we dove into the United States history on this rainy, dreary day. After the chaos that was Philly, Gettysburg was a nice change of pace. Once again, being a history guy, I loved diving a little deeper on the turning point of the Civil War. I thought the landscape of the battlefields was really nice, but at the same time, I was imagining a huge war battle going on and knew that this was, in short, one historic event. The NFL was founded in Canton, Ohio. Okay, enough of the cliche stuff.
Today we're going to see a lot of famous football players in the Hall of Fame. We're also going to see a lot of the exhibits, so come with us for the rest of the day.
I'm not as much into professional football anymore, but I do know enough to know that the location of the Pro Football Hall of Fame is absolutely perfect. Unlike the Baseball Hall of Fame, they used busts to display the inductees. I went ahead and found a bunch of the Bears Hall of Famers, including 2 Illini legends. Perhaps the creepiest stop was the Ohio State Reformatory, which had suffered a ton of water damage, making the interior of the now closed prison that much scarier. That being said, Shawshank Redemption is now on my list of movies to watch.
Our first stop here in Indianapolis is right behind me. It's Lucas Oil Stadium, home of the Indianapolis Colts.
The final day of the Hall of Fame tour was a day of reflection. We toured Lucas Oil Stadium, and I swear those tour guides did not want to be there at all. I love stadiums, and fun fact, this was the first NFL stadium I ever stepped foot in.
We are here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. It is the final stop on the RST 180 Hall of Fame tour.
To me, Indianapolis Motor Speedway was the perfect place to end the trip. Kissing the bricks was where I knew that I just went through something spectacular. The end of this trip was really tough because I became so close with every single one of the people on the trip.
2,576 miles later, the RST 180 Hall of Fame Tour has imagined conclusion. I've made so many friends on this trip. We've found so many destinations. We've made so many memories. I'm going to cut it here. If you liked it, hit the like button. Subscribe if you want to see more. I'm out. What's up, everybody? Today is the start of something darn it, Larry. What are you looking at me for?
I mean, Dylan's behind you.
Whoa!
Derek, special guest.
No, there's no special guest. Where? There's no special guest. Let me do the intro.
You're so deaf.
So we are now, okay, they're like blasting copyrighted music. A little bit abbreviated. Try that again. Let's head into I messed it up.
Yeah, back up, dude.
Dude. Gettysburg. I don't know what that means, but Jesus Christ. We'll be starting with, oh my goodness gracious. To in Indianapolis. How's it going?
This player, man.
There you go. Good.